Imagine a world where the smallest sound could become your final mistake. A world where whispering means death, where crying means death, where even stepping on the wrong object could summon terrifying creatures within seconds. That is the horrifying reality of A Quiet Place. This movie is not just about monsters. It is about fear, survival, sacrifice, family, and silence. Unlike ordinary horror films filled with loud screams and nonstop action, this story creates terror through silence itself. Every second feels dangerous because you know one small noise could end everything instantly. The story begins after mysterious alien creatures suddenly arrive on Earth. Nobody knows exactly where they came from. Some theories suggest they arrived inside meteorites from outer space. Others believe they are ancient predators awakened by a cosmic event. But one thing is certain, humanity was not prepared. These creatures are completely blind, but their hearing is unbelievably powerful. They can hear footsteps from far away. They can hear whispers. They can even hear breathing if it is loud enough. Once they detect sound, they attack with unstoppable speed and brutal violence. Within days, most of humanity disappears. Cities become empty. Roads become silent. The entire world transforms into a nightmare where survival depends on absolute silence. In the middle of this apocalypse lives the Abbott family. Lee Abbott, Evelyn Abbott, and their children struggle every single day to stay alive. They live on a quiet farm away from the destroyed cities. To survive, they walk barefoot on sand paths because sand makes less noise. They communicate using sign language. They avoid all unnecessary movement. Even eating food becomes dangerous. Even opening doors becomes terrifying. The family has adapted to this silent world, but deep inside they are emotionally broken. Fear controls every second of their lives. One day, the family visits an abandoned store searching for medicine and supplies. Their youngest son notices a toy rocket. Lee refuses to let him keep it because the toy makes noise. The little boy sadly puts it back. But his sister Reagan secretly gives it back to him without batteries, hoping to make him happy. As the family walks home across an old bridge, the little boy secretly places batteries inside the toy. Suddenly, the toy rocket activates with loud sounds. The horrifying noise echoes through the empty silence. Everyone freezes instantly. Then they hear it. The terrifying sound of a creature rushing toward them. Lee desperately runs toward his son, but it is too late. The monster attacks within seconds, killing the child brutally while the family watches helplessly. This moment changes everything. The Abbott family becomes emotionally destroyed. Reagan blames herself because she gave her brother the toy. Evelyn sinks deeper into sadness. Lee focuses entirely on survival, trying to protect what remains of his family. Over a year passes. The world becomes even more silent. The family continues surviving through careful planning and strict discipline. They use sign language for communication. Lee creates warning systems around the farm. They constantly monitor sound levels. But a terrifying new problem appears. Evelyn is pregnant. In a world where sound means death, bringing a baby into existence feels impossible. Babies cry loudly. They cannot control noise. One mistake could attract monsters instantly. Still, the family refuses to lose hope. Lee secretly builds a soundproof underground room for the baby. He covers the walls with soft materials and prepares oxygen masks to keep the child quiet if danger arrives. Meanwhile, Lee also works on hearing devices for Reagan, who is born deaf. He hopes he can repair her broken hearing aid one day. Reagan feels isolated from her father. She believes he blames her for her brother's death. This emotional tension silently destroys their relationship. As the months pass, the tension grows stronger. One night, disaster strikes. Evelyn accidentally steps on a nail sticking out from the stairs. She screams in pain and drops a lantern, creating loud noise inside the house. Immediately, one of the creatures hears the sound. The monster begins racing toward the farmhouse. At the exact same moment, Evelyn's labor begins. She must give birth while deadly creatures hunt nearby. The situation becomes horrifying. Evelyn hides silently inside the bathtub while trying to survive unbearable pain without screaming. Outside the house, Monsters search every corner. Lee realizes danger has arrived and activates red emergency lights outside the farmhouse to warn his children. Marcus and Reagan see the lights and understand immediately. The monsters are here. The family rushes toward survival mode. Lee searches desperately for Evelyn while the children hide inside a grain silo. Suddenly, Marcus falls inside the corn, slowly sinking downward. Reagan tries desperately to save him, but both become trapped. Then they hear terrifying clicking sounds nearby. A creature is inside the silo with them. The monster attacks violently as the children struggle to escape. At the last second, they manage to climb out while the creature falls deeper into the grain. Meanwhile, Lee finally reaches Evelyn and helps deliver the baby inside the soundproof underground room.